trailing right now. Final play of the half. Prescott firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, 49ers. That kickoff return, 104 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that can make this a 3-possession game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Prescott to throw it.
On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Prescott now from the 50. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Niners are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Off of play action, here's Lance.
This will be caught at Samuel.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in by Samuel.
Touchdown, 49ers!
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. First down, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
4th down, Prescott. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The Lance going to throw. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk, touchdown 49ers. He's got them out to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off.
It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach. Put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach. Put me in the game.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Cleveland Browns and the San Francisco 49ers. Ready to get us started, it's Cade York, and we are underway from Santa Clara. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
On the ball.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. The center receiver in motion to the right. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage is?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That's going to be a good matchup for him. Using him out of the backfield, telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 36. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. McCaffrey running up the middle. They find some open field here. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. And now they'll throw with Lance. Rolling to his left. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. And they'll go for it. Lance complete to the tight end Kittle over the middle of the field. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And Lance now to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Niners will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, it's Watson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Watson on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he's going to pick up the Browns' 1st down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
I know they got the 1st down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it, but I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Throwing now is Lance. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. On 1st and 10, Watson. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Donovan Peoples-Jones, 41 yards. And the Browns are an extra point away from drawing level. The extra point by York is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not much on this one. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Now a first down throw. Watson dancing to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 3, and this is 3rd down.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Watson. Forced out to his left. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least. If they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
York able to send this one through. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. From the 10. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Teams talk all the time about stretching the defense, and nothing stretches the field more than a deep ball. And I mean a deep ball. That one didn't connect, but certainly they'll be back on their heels.
Okay, right.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Ball, 10.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. York now for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Browns 17, 49ers 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Lance going back to the air after the pick six. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
On 2nd and 10, Lance. He's got a man, complete. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Here's Lance. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now Lance again here on 2nd and 10. This one caught by Kittle. And finally down it goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Lance looks to throw again. This is caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. Lance now on 3rd and goal. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Gold with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Pushes past it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Fields this way up at the 17.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Watson just beating the play clock. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You can go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the 50, it's Watson. That's caught inside the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A gain of 2 on the play, and this is 3rd down.
Now Watson. He'll find Schwartz, complete right side. Touchdown, Browns. Anthony Schwartz from 10 yards out. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
49ers 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21.
The Niners take over first down 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Now Lance on the bootleg. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Off of play action, here's Lance. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Watson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up. His time is now run out. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again is Watson. He's going to look deep down the field. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, two-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Throwing on first down is Lance. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got him in, complete. A big play there for the Niners. 53 yards. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Lance looking to throw it. Oh, no, he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to...
Touchdown! Brandon Ayuk from 21 yards away. And the 49ers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got... And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering just how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats says 21.8 miles per hour from way up at the 23. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 37-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. after the sack on first down. Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. To throw, it's Lance. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down. Lance now on 1st down. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Lance. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Second down and goal. Lance. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Gold with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Browns drive about to get started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Throwing now, Watson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? They'll look to throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
First down, here's Mitchell. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Another run, this time McCaffrey. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
Now goal for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And brought down, but a big gain, a gain that they needed. The only thing to keep in mind here is with him being tackled in bounds, that clock is moving. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Watson's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
Now Brissett. Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. One final shot, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is gonna be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for, but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. What a thrilling fourth quarter this one was. Well, at least I guess if you're cheering for the winning side, an outstanding comeback, though, that saw them completely take control and change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of us saw that coming, the way that they were playing and having the lead after 3 quarters. A little bit of a stunning ending because it wasn't just a one-touchdown swing. It was a multiple touchdown swing for them to end up losing that ball game. Give credit where credit is due. They came off the pace and got it done.
for me, who could be against me? I guess all the that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.